Hi, I'm Marnie Pehrson with IamJoyful.com and IdeaMarketers.com. We're talking about the who, what, why, where, and when, and how questions of life. And as Jesus Christ is the author and finisher of our faith, we're comparing our lives to a story. So this segment is about the why. The why question of life you have an immense amount of control over. You can control it even better than the what. And when I say why, I mean why you want what you think you want. What feelings or emotions do you want to experience? And really at the root of everything we think we want is a why. You know, if you want a new car, do you want it because you want to be safe and be able to take your family where they need to go and be able to, have security and reliability in getting where you need to go? Or do you want it because you want a fancy car to look better than the next guy, or so you can show off that you're successful? Or does it just give you a feeling of pride to have a good car that, looks nice and snazzy or whatever? Or is it just a means of transportation just so you can get where you need to go and do the important things that you need to do? What are your motivations? The same thing goes for, let's take the example of a spouse. Let's say that a young woman wants a spouse. Now, it would do her well to examine why she wants a spouse. Now, having a spouse is great. Marriage is ordained of God. But let's say that this woman doesn't have a whole lot of interests of her own, and maybe her finances are a little bit of a mess, and she thinks if she just married this rich guy who looks really good and has lots of interest, then she'd be interesting. And she'd also improve her financial situation. And so she thinks that a spouse is going to fix everything. And the reason why she wants this spouse is because she wants to feel interesting and loved and successful and secure, okay? There's nothing wrong with wanting to be secure and have a relationship or whatever. But if those motivations are the key factors, if she's trying to make herself better by aligning herself with someone who is up here with all these interests and financial wherewithal, if she's down here in her development, this guy up here is probably not going to be attracted, number one, to her where she is. And God knows that, for one thing. And He knows that she needs to become strong on her own. She needs to develop her own interests and learn to manage her money and come up here so that she's equally yoked with this man over here. So most women are using different things to try to attract this man, this basically out of their league, because they're not, prepared for it. They're not mature enough for it. So look at the whys and the motivations behind things, because God can help this young woman become interesting and fix her finances on her own. And it would be better if she did so. And then when she meets this man, she'll be an equal partner with him. So don't jump into things that we think we want, these whats that we think we want, just because we think they're going to give us a feeling, an emotion. We can get those feelings and emotions other ways, We can feel happy now. We can feel fulfilled now, as long as we choose to feel those feelings now. And you don't have to wait until you get something, or have a relationship or something else to become who you want to be. You can choose to feel those feelings now, and God can teach you how to find those feelings and discover your why. So get very clear about why you want something, and then go to God and get an answer about what you want, why you want it, present that to Him. Be very specific about, this is what I want, this is why I want it. And then pray about it. And you want to get a confirmation for sure that this is what God wants for you. And that's what we'll talk about in the next segment, is how to know whether what you want is what God wants for you.